ways that you can build your network and build your team off of referrals. You want to do it by adding value to one person in your network, one person at a time. Don't be that person that runs through the room trying to have 20 conversations in 10 minutes. You're not going to be memorable. Take the time, stop, make the connection, be present, talk to them, look them in the eye, listen, take notes. Hey, what's up all my real estate peeps? This is Brian Luce here with another episode of the Why Not Real Estate Podcast, Golden Nuggets. In this episode, we're going to talk about team building and networking, okay? Everybody needs to network. Everybody needs a team. You may not need your team yet, but I'm going to plant the seeds on how you can find your team later when you need them, okay? First off, networking events, RIAs, REIs, meetups, wherever you're going, absolutely. And I know the tendency is to grab every business card in the room, but focus on building a relationship, okay? And I'll boil this down on why this is so important. So in a RIA, they go around the room and everybody says what they do. And when I hear this, I'll maybe focus on 2 or 3 people in the room, and that's it. These are the 2 or 3 people that I really want to talk to. So now at the end of the night, I can focus my time just talking to them, okay? If I'm trying to get 20 different business cards and I've only got 10 minutes before they kick us out at the end of the night, there's no way I can have an in-depth, deep conversation with someone, okay? So you want to build the relationship. You want to build rapport. That's the first step. First thing you want to do, build rapport. Then, you heard them, you know that there's someone that you need for your business, or maybe you can help them for their business. So that's the first thing you want to do. As you build rapport for them, I've got a blog post, I'll put it down in the list below, of the 30 different people you need on your team. Like, you may need more, you may need less. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. But this is definitely a good start. And how do you do this, right? So you find 1, 2, maybe at the tops 3 people in the room. If you're not really comfortable, start with 2, or maybe even just 1. And that's where you start. And then the next day, follow up. A good tactic I've seen is when people are talking to someone, they'll have a pen and they'll be taking notes on the back of their business card. Our business cards, I put a section for notes. So if I'm talking to someone, I can, as I'm talking to them, write down what they're interested in and then present them my card. Or I'll keep the card for myself, or I'll write on their card. But take notes on that card, because later, if you've got 2 or 3 cards, it's like, which one was the one doing 16 units? Which one was the carpenter? Okay, maybe, maybe not. Sometimes the business cards are generic and they don't really say that. So, and you might want to ask family questions or personal questions and put those notes down there. Do they love Italian food? You want to start to build rapport and just focus on the one, okay? The one thing, right? That book. Let's take a little side trail there. That one person, that one relationship, okay? Next day, we know some things about them. Hey, I heard that you love Italian food. Have you tried this place? They're really good. If you go there, maybe you want to sit near the brick oven, it's nice, right? You may enjoy that. So it's not just business, it's building rapport. Oh, and by the way, I met you, you're a broker. Great. I really need a broker to find me deals, or if I find an off-market deal, I want to bring you in. And maybe later when I sell the property, I'll give it back to you and you can list it. So let's work together on that. And by the way, Mr. Broker, do you happen to know a good mortgage broker? Or do you happen to know a good home inspector that you use? And now you're starting to build that. I'm going to help someone in your network. They want to reciprocate and help you and someone in your network, okay? And this is just the beginning of it, okay? I mentioned that there are 30 people on that list. Well, it would be overwhelming to talk to this one person that you met for one night and say, hey, can you give me leads on these 29 other people that I'm looking for? What, are you crazy? Be targeted, be focused, okay? If this person's a real estate broker or a broker, who do they usually deal with a lot, right? Home inspector, lenders, okay? Maybe a contractor or two. So stop there, okay? Ask that person within their network, people that they would recommend, okay? And then the next day, you build rapport. And say I'm talking to, right? Okay. So I'm talking to Mr. Broker. Mr. Broker, thanks. I really appreciate you giving me the name and lead for your good friend, the mortgage broker. Could you tell me a little about him? Is he married? Is he single? Does he have any hobbies? Does he like going on vacation? Does he like to travel? What do you know about him that you might be able to share with me when I introduce myself? I can try to present myself to build rapport. There's no shame in saying that. This person's going to look at you and say, this person is a good networker. This person is someone I might want to have in my network. And that's what happens when it's windy. All right, I'll just hold that bag so it doesn't happen again. But this person's going to know that you're a good networker because you're going to help him and you're going to be considerate and you're not just going to walk over his leads. Okay, so then you go to that mortgage broker. Say, hey, Mr. Mortgage Broker, I understand that you do this all the time, and do you have any leads on property managers? Okay, so you can see we're building a breadcrumb of trail here. We go from one lead, now we have two people, we're on the third people. In each one of these three people, we can ask for another lead. So this is the power of compounding, 1 times 1, okay? It's actually 2. But now if you take that one person and get 2 leads from them, 1 turns into 2, 2 turns into 4, 4 turns into 8, 8 turns into 16, 16 turns into 32, and we're only 5 levels down. You've already hit all 30 of those people that you need to have on your list. Now, again, you need to offer value. So if I'm talking to Mr. Mortgage Broker, and I think I've said this on another podcast or another golden nugget, when you're making that relationship, a tactic that I've used for years, very, very helpful, very, very useful. Thank you, Mr. Mortgage Broker. I think we're going to be able to work together. I've got some deals I want to throw your way. I've got some ideas on how we might be able to fund them. I really want to hear your thoughts, get your take on this, because you do this all the time. So here we are. Now, Mr. Mortgage Broker, what do you need in your business today to help grow it? What do you need? Do you need more clients? Do you need this? Do you need that? Do you need more contractors? Do you need more associations? What do you need? Don't say, how can I help you grow your business? Because that now puts the question on their mind that they don't know you, they don't know what you're capable of, they have to figure out what they need in their business, and then they have to frame it in a question, can you get me this? Don't do that. Ask them real simple. They already know what they need in their business. So just ask them, hey, what's the biggest need you have in your business today to help you grow? What do you need? Do you need an accountant? Do you need this? You know, it might not be anything having to do with what you're dealing with. He says he might be trying to sell his car, or say, hey, you know what? I might know someone who wants to buy that type of vehicle. So just add value to the conversation. So you can see how this trickles down, and obviously you want to keep a database or some CRM, customer relationship management web sheet. What I would absolutely do is do something online. Of course, Google Drive sheets are free, so you can do that on your phone. You can do that from anywhere. I'm laughing inside because I'm going to keep this video even though the wind blew it into the sand. So I hope this helps. In today's golden nugget, we're looking at ways that you can build your network and build your team off of referrals. You want to do it by adding value to one person in your network, one person at a time. Don't be that person that runs through the room trying to have 20 conversations in 10 minutes. You're not going to be memorable. Take the time, stop, make the connection, be present, talk to them, look them in the eye, listen, take notes. I can't stress that enough. Be present with the talking. the people that you're talking to. Be there, okay? So I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the tumble in the sand was fun. And I can hear the Latin music out in the background. What a great way to segue out at the end of this podcast. Again, this is Brian Lucier with another Golden Nugget podcast, signing off. See you on the next one. Peace out.